So welcome everyone. My name is Valentin Bartkowiak from the product marketing team at XLSTAT, and I'll be giving you an introductory level webinar on our software XLSTAT. So a quick outline with overview of the software, then I'll show you how to get started with the software by importing your data, preparing it, selecting it, and customizing your reports. Then I'll go through the solutions that XLSTAT provides, and we'll go through some key learning resources and then some XLSTAT tips to make the most of the software. So XLSTAT is an Excel add-in that first started 1993. It's very easy to use, and it has a powerful computation thanks to the C++ code that's behind. It's also we also provide very fast and efficient 24/7 support, and we also have a lot of free learning resources that I'll share with you later. And just to mention, XLSTAT is also compatible with Mac as well as Windows. We provide over 270 statistical functions that are packaged as general or industry-specific solutions that I'll show you later. And finally, there is also a gateway to R in our software, which allows you to use R code and use some statistical functions that are normally not available in XLSTAT. So here's how the software looks like. We'll jump into the software right after this. To show you in more details, but we would have this ribbon with all the essential features that are on the right hand side, and in this advanced features button we would have all the advanced features that are industry specific. We also have an XLSTAT menu that enables you to access to online tutorials and videos. You can access the help documentation, which is very helpful when you need to understand all the options of the dialog boxes, which I'll show you as well. You can also ask a question, locate features in the search bar, relaunch recently used features, customize the ribbon, and also consult the My Assistant guide, which is one of the key learning resources I'll show you later. So now let's jump into the software. So here I'm in Excel. And XLSTAT is right here at the top. So you just need to click here to start it. And now you'll get all the features in this ribbon. These features, they are all divided into specific submenus, like preparing data, describing data, visualizing data, etc. We also have machine learning in these essential features. And all the advanced features like sensor data analysis ones, marketing tools, conjoint analysis, they're all in this advanced features button. Now I'm using the premium version right now, but I'll go into more details about the solutions that we provide. And here in the menu, you have everything I just mentioned earlier, and as well as the tutorials, which are very helpful. We also have some demo data sets that you can download from these online tutorials. So now how to get started. First, you need to import your data, and there are several ways you can import your data. So the first way would be to open your regular Excel file. This I don't think I need to go into detail. And another way would be to import another format. So to do this, you could import from our XLSTAT R gateway. You could export SPSS files, SAS files, Minitab files, and more. And you can also import large data volumes by clicking in the dialog boxes. You can click on the little mouse icon until this orange paper sheet icon appears, and then you'll be able to import larger data volumes. Now, how to structure your data? Well, it's like in any regular Excel model. You would have this first data format, which is variables in columns and observations in rows. But this is the default data structure that is expected from our features. The other data format would be variables in rows and observations in columns. So this is just the transposed version of the regular format that most of us are using. To change this, you just have to click on this little arrow so that it's horizontal and orange. Then to select your data, there are several ways you can select your data. If you are in mouse selection mode, then you have to select by columns and range using your mouse. I'll show this in the software later. You can also use the list mode, which is very convenient as well, to select your data from the dialog box just by selecting their variable names. And then you have several ways you can customize your reports. So I showed you that there was an option menu in the XLSTAT menu. In this one, you can do a lot of things like display charts on separate sheets, select the style for your charts. You can define the size of your charts, select themes for your tables, and a lot more. Then please don't forget that you're in Excel. So XLSTAT charts are also Excel charts. This means that you can customize them at will, just like you would with regular Excel charts. This is very convenient when you need to build reports. And I'll show you now a quick example of what we can do with XLSTAT. So here, let's say I have this data set. This data set contains evaluations of 14 different ski shoes by 15 skiers, which are the assessors. They evaluated these ski shoes over 6 descriptors that have been used by all the 15 assessors to rate the shoes. Now, what I'm going to do is I want to create a box plot of the smoothness ratings and group them in a single chart for each assessors, and also add colors. So to do this, I'll just go to describing data, descriptive statistics, and here I'm going to select my quantitative data. My samples would be the products. Yeah, I want to see it by product. And then I can go to outputs here, select all the outputs I want to have in my tables. So there are a lot of them that I can select for quantitative data. Here I'll just stick with the quartiles, median, the mean, the variance, and the standard deviation. Then if I go to charts, I'll make sure I have my box plots checked. I'll make them grouped box plots, and I also want to color by group. Yes. So now I just click OK, and I'll get my report, which was generated very fast. I can, as I mentioned, customize my chart. So here I'll just use the ready to use Excel style. Like let's say I'm in a dark mood today, I would use this one, for example. So I'm clicking here, and it will help me customize my charts very easily. So here, for example, I can tell that product number 10, for example, seemed to have a big variance because of the size of this box. I can tell also that the mean is above the median, so there might be some, it gives me some information about the shape of the distributions. Then a second example would be this one. What I want to do with this CRM data for a shoe selling company is that I want to build a scatter plot, but an advanced scatter plot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the scatter plot feature in visualizing data, scatter plots, and what I want to do is I want to see the time spent on site versus the invoice amount. I also want to use the height variable to size the data points, and I want to color them by origin. So I'm just going to do this, check the options. Okay, I'm good with these ones. I click OK, and I'll get this chart. If I'm not happy with it, let's say I wanted to display the time spent on site on the y-axis, the vertical axis, I can always use the replay button here and just ask to change it. So the configuration will stay the same when using the replay button, and I can just tweak the configuration as I want. So here I'm just clicking OK again, and now I have a chart I'm more happy with. So again, I can also customize it with the chart styles, and I can also add data labels if I wanted to. So here, add data labels. So I guess it would display the values. All right, and finally, the last example I'm going to show you right now is how to create a radar chart. So radar charts, they're quite useful. So I'm just going to go to visualizing data, radar charts here, and I'm going to select my variables. Oh, actually, I'm going to show you the list mode if I can. Oh no, sorry about that. Doesn't seem to exist on this dialog box. So I'm just going to select the variables here and the data. I'm going to the options. I'm asking it to make it a field radar chart. I'll ask it to group the variables, and I'll just leave it like this. So here I have my radar chart. This radar chart, I can ask it to focus on the panelist number 1, for example. So here I would see it like this. Here is the panelist number 1, his ratings for all the products, his overall rating of all the products. It's his preference score. I can do it for all of them. And if I'm not happy with it, again, I can go to the relaunch button and ask it to ungroup the variables so that I have them on separate charts like this. All right. So now about the XLSTAT solutions. Just so you know, we have 8 different solutions: the basic plus, and the premium, as well as 5 applied solutions, which are industry specific. So the basic solution covers these essential statistical features. Those are just examples. We have, of course, it covers a lot more. And so we've seen the descriptive statistics already, but this solution also allows you to run some more advanced exploratory data analysis tools like principal component analysis, and as well as other factor analysis like MCA, the multiple correspondence analysis, or I don't know, maybe MDS or PCA mix, which enables you to explore categorical data as well as numerical data at the same time. It's a factor analysis that helps you do both of them. We also have some machine learning tools with classification and regression trees, 2-sample, t-test, and z-test. So those are, we have a lot of different tests available. We have parametric tests and non-parametric tests. We can also do a lot of different regressions like linear regression, nonlinear regression, logistic regression, or PLS regression. And of course, one of our most used feature is the ANOVA for analysis of variance, which is very popular as it is very complete in our software. Then we have the sensory solution for sensory data analysis. This one is also very used. It's very used in sensometrics. So let's say I'm a company that sells soft drinks. I would want to compare different recipes. I could do this using some survey data like check all that applied data, or other types of data like just about right data. Whatever you want to use, you can use it in XLSTAT. We really cover a wide range of different experiment types. and you can also analyze preference data as well. Then we have life sciences. So life sciences solution helps you with heat maps. You can analyze omics data as well, and you can do a lot of survival analysis, like the Kaplan-Meier analysis or the Cox regression, all sorts of survival analysis, as well as laboratory data analysis. We also have forecasting. The forecasting solution is a tool set for time series. So here you would be able to run homogeneity tests, descriptive statistics for time series specifically. So with autocorrelations, partial autocorrelations, things like these. You can also decompose your time series using, for example, the ensemble empirical mode decomposition. You can also do smoothing and use some prediction models like ARIMA to model your time series. Then we have marketing. Marketing helps you with word clouds, radar charts, which we've already seen, price sensitivity meters when you need to do some pricing analysis, Bayesian networks, and more with TURF, for example, TURF analysis, which stands for, if I remember correctly, total unduplicated reach and of frequency, something like this. And it helps you, this one helps you with determining what products you should emphasize in your line of product, what combination of product you want to emphasize. Yes. And we also have conjoint analysis, max diff analysis. We also provide some features on customer lifetime value. You can also rake your survey data to make it more reliable. And we also have multi-way crosstabs. Finally, we have the quality control solution. This one will help you with some interesting features like Pareto charts, surface response designs. We also have the Taguchi designs, the Grubbs test for outliers, logistic regression, even though this one is also in other solutions. And you would have also the sample size and things like these. Okay, so now I'm just, before we are going to the key learning resources, I'll just show you another nice tool that we have and that we talked about. This one would be the word cloud. So here I have extracted the words, the relevant words and their frequencies from two different speeches from let's say candidates for a presidential, and I want to build word clouds about this. So I'm just going to text mining word cloud. I'm selecting term frequencies and the term labels right here. And yeah, I'll color by frequency, and in the options, let's say I don't want that many words. I'll just ask for it to display 150 words, and I can also choose the color scale and make it a custom color scale. Here, for example, I'll choose red for person 1. Actually, I don't think I need yeah, like this. And once I'm ready, I click OK, and it will build the word cloud. So here we have the word cloud for this first speech for this first person. And one thing I didn't mention yet was the fact that you can also use this button to export to Word or export to PowerPoint. So here, let's say I wanted to export to PowerPoint. I'll export the figure, word cloud person 1, and I'll click OK, so that it will create a new PowerPoint with the extracted results that I wanted. Okay. So now about the key learning resources that I talked about. We have the several different types of learning resources. First, we have tutorials, like online tutorials. We have 300 of them, even more than 300 of them. We also have in-app manual and the My Assistant tool that I'll show you right after this. We have 500 plus videos with new contents every month on our YouTube channel. We have webinars that we deliver approximately once a month. We have also the customer support, which is accessible from the app, and also some training programs. Those are custom training programs. So yeah, I'll just show this in the app, and this is the way our help center looks like. And also same here for the My Assistant tool, which will help you get started with XLSTAT. Choose the most appropriate method for your problem, as well as run and interpret your first analysis with in-app tutorials. So I'll go back to the app. Okay. So if I go back here, I'll first show you the help documentation. So imagine I wanted to know more about the descriptive statistics that I wanted to use. Here is a help button that if I click on it would lead me to this screen, this little box with a link to the help documentation, the online tutorial that corresponds to this feature, as well as the customer support. So here I'm going to click on help documentation, and just so you know, here you would have a description of the method. Sometimes it's useful when you want to know what formula was used, what is the theory, what are some pieces of theory about the algorithm that is used in this feature. You can also see all the options. Like if I go down here, here's for qualitative data. If I go to the dialog box part of the help documentation, I can see all the different outputs, or I can see all the details about each and every options, checkboxes, and this is very helpful when it comes to when you need to analyze to launch a very specific analysis, and you need something very specific. You can find all these informations inside this help documentation. And you also have a description of the results. We also have a description of the results and some the link to the tutorial as well, and some references. Then you would also have the online tutorials. So here, if I click on online tutorial, I would have this web page on our help center, and here you can download the example data set and follow the instructions to help you to help you launch the analysis and as well as interpret there is also some interpretation help to help you understand better the feature. Now, the last thing I wanted to show you was the My Assistant. So the My Assistant, as I mentioned, has three main parts. So the first one is to learn how to get started, how to structure data, etc. The second one is here to help you choose the right method. I'm going to click on it to show you how it looks like. So it's a series of questions that help you choose the right method for your need. So here, let's say I wanted to analyze my data, and I wanted to, I don't know, I wanted to analyze some sensory data. So I wanted to perform sensory data analysis. My data is time independent, and I want to study just about right data, so jar data. And my goal would be to determine relationships between consumer preference and sensory data. I click here, and here I have the best function or functions, if there are several of them, for my needs that are available in XLSTAT. If I click on it, I can go to the tutorial, which is here, and I can learn more about the feature again. The third menu of the My Assistant guide is contains the in-app tutorials that I talked about. So here, if I click on Run Your First Analysis, let's say I'm going to sensory analysis, and I want to learn more about penalty analysis again. I'm going to click on penalty analysis, and I would have this in-app tutorial, which opens in a new workbook. So here, the problem would be that we want to identify potential directions for the improvement of products by analyzing the sensory attributes that significantly reduce overall liking. So if I click on Start, it will show me how to structure my data. It will tell me where to find my feature. And if I click on Next, it will tell me how to configure the dialog box, everything we need to answer the specific question that was in this tutorial. So here I'm clicking on Next. It's a little bit interactive here, and then you would have the report of the analysis report, with a few interpretation help. Here on the Spearman correlation, you will have some commentaries. Here on the percentages of for the just about right levels as well, collapse jar levels, mean drops, etc. So once you're done with this, you have a little summary of this analysis with a conclusion. So here in our case, the results would tell us that the product is penalized by several characteristics. And to improve it, we must first make sure that it has the right level of salt and crunchiness. Those are the two most important product characteristics that we found using this analysis. But we also have to take sourness into consideration, but sweetness is secondary. So that was it for this tutorial for this. The My Assistant. I'll now share with you a few tips to help you make the most of XLSTAT. So first, there are ways you can generate random numbers using XLSTAT. This is useful. This is useful when you want to try and test different things. And also when teaching, it can be useful to generate these random numbers. You can anonymize your data. This is important when you want to share some data with support. For example, if you want to share your data with our support team so that they can help you on a matter, then you can anonymize your data. You can also define missing values as you want. I mean, you can customize the way you consider missing values, and you can also remove text values from quantitative data, select data from different sheets, memorize data selections. I didn't have this checked, but I could have, so that each time I would relaunch an analysis, even without using the relaunch button, then I would the dialog box would have memorized everything, all the configuration. I can also use numerical variable labels and run analyses on filtered data. This is very important. You can run your analysis on filtered data so that you don't always have to create a group variable. You can sometimes you can just you can just use the Excel filters so that you can use the Excel filters to reduce your data set and select a subset of your data, and then run an analysis on it. You can also navigate in the results sheet without scrolling using the top of report and end of report in this little magic wand. It's another tool that we have. This is also useful because the reports can get quite long sometimes. As I mentioned, you can relaunch a previous analysis, instantly color code matrices. This is a very fast way of visualizing relevant information in your big matrices and the table results table, and you can also display charts on separate sheets. This is a nice thing to do when you have when you want to see them in a larger format. Then you can also use XLSTAT formulas in Excel sales, and you can also automate your analysis using VBA, which stands for Visual Basic for Applications. So now if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them. I guess Torgrim will help me transfer them to me, and yeah, I'll be happy to answer.
Yes, Valentine, thank you for the great presentation. Yeah, to the attendees, please, now is the time to write your questions, if you have any. I have 2 questions here, so we can start with those, Valentine. How can we manage missing data in XLSTAT? Do we have to do it prior to the analysis?
To manage missing data, you have several ways of doing it. So here for example, I have some missing data. I can do it prior to the analysis, just like you asked, or I can also do it for every analysis separately. So here, for example, I need to make sure that in my options I am considering the empty cells as missing data. But here, as you can see, I also have some NAs, and I also want to make sure that these are considered as missing data as well. So this is just specific to my case. I would do this, save this and close, and then I'll just go to preparing data and use the missing data feature. And here I would just have to, let's say I wanted to replace my missing data here, or remove the observations or whatever. I can also select everything here, so that I'll just have to paste my my data right after it, and I can choose to remove the missing observations or estimate the missing data using the mean, the nearest neighbors, or any other imputation method. So here, let's say I wanted to use the nearest neighbor method. I would click on OK, and my data would be right here in bold. There would be the missing data, the replaced missing data. So this is a way of doing it. Then you can just feed this into your other analyses. But another way you can do it would be to directly, let's say I wanted to do a linear regression. I don't know. I'll select let's say elasticity and feed feeling. So elasticity has missing data right here, and I'll just go to the missing data tab and ask it to remove the observations. Now if I click on OK, remove the observations or any other imputation method that is available in the dialog box, right? And it would automatically remove the observations in my case. And here it will tell me it removed 3 observations, and I have 417 observations without missing data. So those are 2 ways you can manage missing data in XLSTAT. I hope this answered your question.
Yep, thank you, Valentine. We have another here. It's actually much the same question from 2 persons here. I understand there is an XLSTAT R menu. What is it? And then we have from Jan, can you demonstrate the XLSTAT R button? So
yeah, sure. So I don't have an example on hand, but maybe I can just, yeah. So the XLSTAT R button is here to XLSTAT developers, they created this R gateway to give you access to some of the most popular R libraries, and these libraries, they are you can access them, their features in dialog boxes. So you wouldn't have to code to use, let's say, the lasso regression or elastic net regression from the GLMnet package, R package, right? So here, let's say I wanted to, I don't know, I wanted to predict and model the closing variable from this data set, and I wanted to explain this using these 5 first variables. I want to, before this, let's make sure that we remove the missing data. And here in the options, we have all the R parameters. Let's say all the parameters that you would normally be able to tweak in R using the GLMnet functions. So here, for example, I'll just run the default configuration. Sometimes they're enough. Sometimes it's okay to run the default configuration when you don't know where to start, and then you can tweak you can tweak the analysis from there. So, okay, little issue here with my R. I'm not sure it's set up the correct way. Sorry about this. Okay. Well, you got the idea. I'm sorry about this technical issue right here, but yeah, XLSTAT are just added functions from R that require to have your R set up into your XLSTAT. Maybe I don't have the latest version, I don't know, but it seems that like I had a problem here. Anyway, it would display everything, all the results from R to your Excel workbook. And you can also do some. You can also use customized R code, provided that you can code a little bit in XLSTAT. Yeah.
Okay, nice to know. I have a last question here, and that's about licensing and the different editions. I don't know if you are the correct person to ask, Valentine, but maybe in case we get any more questions, maybe you can just show, if you go to your homepage, XLSTAT, and just show the different editions, and we can explain a little bit about them. So if you open your web browser and go to your homepage.
Oh, right. To XLSTAT's homepage.
Yeah. And then if you could please click order a license, the button or price. There you go.
Right.
Yeah. So, and please correct me, Valentine, if I'm incorrect here. Basically, there's 3 versions or editions of XLSTAT. You get the basic with 100 essential statistical features. Then you get the basic plus 120, and then you get the premium. And the premium, if you scroll a little bit down, the premium includes all these special packages or applied solutions. So quality, forecasting, marketing, life sciences, and sensory. So basically you have these three editions: basic, basic plus, and premium. But you can also, please be aware, you can also buy just one of these applied solutions. So if you are into forecasting, you probably don't need the other stuff, then you can buy just the forecasting. And these applied solutions, they basically include the basic plus some special features or functions for forecasting or marketing and life sciences. So that's the difference between those. I hope that was correct, Valentine.
Yes, it was. And as you can see, you also have some education and research discount, as well as student discounts.
Yeah. Another question, I saw that they are really good, the online tutorials you have built into or integrated into XLSTAT. So it's really neat to have so fast access to it while you're using the software. I really like that. But do you offer any training?
Yes, actually, we do offer some trainings for specific needs. Like we do some sensory trainings, for example, and other custom trainings. We go through statistical theory and as well as in-app practice, depending on the customer's need and the user's need. So yes, for this you would have to. I'm not sure who you need to contact. Maybe sales to get a training session, but yeah, this is something we do.
Yeah, so you offer live online training.
Yeah.
On request. Yeah. Good to know. Okay, I can see here we don't have any more questions coming in. So yeah, I think that's it. I will prepare for our next and last webinar for today. So I guess it's just for me to say thank you once again, Valentine, for the great presentation. And,
thank you, Torgrim, for inviting me.
Yeah, probably see you later online. Have a nice day, Valentine.
Goodbye.
Bye.